Well, two very close races for Congress and another congressman perhaps about to lose his job. That is what new exclusive polling from PIX11 shows. We looked at the three most hotly contested congressional primaries in New York City. Political reporter Henry Rossoff is breaking it all down for us.
Our exclusive polling with Emerson College and The Hill took a careful look at these three deeply Democratic districts where there are competitive primaries, and the winner of these Democratic primaries will be heavily favored to move on and serve in Congress. These elections can also be viewed through the lens of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's political power. In the 10th Congressional District, that's Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn neighborhoods like Park Slope and Sunset Park, Congressman Dan Goldman is well behind in our poll as he seeks a third term. Former Comptroller Brad Lander is ahead by 34 points, leading Goldman 57% to 23%, with 20% of voters undecided. Goldman's team says his internal numbers have things much tighter. The consensus among political watchers is that Lander, backed by Mayor Mamdani, might be ahead, but no one was expecting it to be by this much.
Up 34 points against an incumbent who has not suffered any sort of devastating scandal is pretty remarkable. So that the poll today, I think, just foregrounds not only that he'll win, but he'll win by a considerable margin.
In the 12th Congressional District, that's Midtown and the Upper East and Upper West Sides, there's a battle to replace outgoing Congressman Jerry Nadler. Nadler's protege, Assemblyman Micah Lasher, is leading our poll at 22%. Assemblyman Alex Boris, who talks a lot about the future of AI, is at 20%. Then social media commentator and grandson of President Kennedy, Jack Schlossberg, is at 11%. He's followed by Republican-turned-Democrat and President Trump critic George Conway, who's running on an impeach Trump platform. But note, still a lot of undecided voters at 32%. Next is New York 7 along the waterfront in parts of Queens and Brooklyn, where Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez is retiring. Mamdani is once again flexing his political muscles. He's backing fellow Democratic Socialist Assemblywoman Claire Valdez, who's at 23%. Velázquez's chosen successor, who has a lot of experience in local politics, is Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso at 21%. Councilmember Julie Wan is at 13%. Once again, a high number of undecided voters at 43%. The mayor is broadly popular among Democratic voters in all three of these districts, and he's putting a lot of time and effort, in particular, to support Valdez in the 7th.
What makes Mamdani so powerful there is that this really is his base. There's a lot of voters under 35, a lot of voters under 50, where he's not just a Democrat they like, he's like a cultural and political institution in itself who can really, again, shift how people feel about politics.
Our polling also found that voters across the three districts we looked at very concerned about the economy. These Democratic voters we spoke with across the board, about 90% of them rated the economy as either poor or fair, so affordability and economic issues once again dominant in another election cycle. In the newsroom, Henry Rossoff, PIX11 News.